Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is March 13th, and our reading is Strange Bedfellows. Better to sleep with a sober cannibal than a drunk Christian. And that's Herman Melville in Moby Dick. Pay attention to what people do, not what they say. You know, they say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, and they're not whistling Dixie on that either. Talk is cheap. We hear a lot of stuff. People saying that they're this way or they're that way, or they believe in this or they stand for that. May or may not be the case. How about we see if anybody's got a demonstration of what they claim to believe or what they claim to stand for. This sheds a little light, too, on our stereotyping and lumping people into groups. Just because we think that Group A has certain characteristics and therefore they're wonderful, and Group B has other characteristics and therefore they suck, doesn't make any of those propositions true. Every group that's ever walked the face of the earth since people came down out of the trees, about 15% of them have been flakes, nuts, and jerks. And we should keep that in mind. Just because somebody looks this way or looks that way or wears a certain uniform doesn't automatically mean that they do anything like what we expect. Don't assume. It makes an ass of you and me. Nowhere is this more obvious than philanthropy. At home, there are groups that form these really wonderful sounding names, the needle-nosed schmoes in favor of peace, hope, and prosperity, or the duck-billed schmoes in favor of equality and light and sunshine and apple pie. And they sound wonderful. But take a look under the hood. How much is the executive director getting for this stuff? How much of that money that people open their wallets and their bank accounts to help with a worthy cause, how much of that actually makes it to the people that they purport to be helping? I think people would be shocked. We've had a long series. We're not going to name names. You can look it up yourself. Just go check it out and see the very famous, very well connected charity things at home that it turns out they're giving diddly squat to the people that they pretend to be helping. Very little of that gets to the needle-nosed schmoes leper colony, and very little of it gets to the duck-billed schmoes deaf lepers for peace. But there's a heck of a lot of money that goes floating around. They have these wonderful soirees. All the connected, rich, and famous people get together, and they all rub shoulders, and they get more money donated, and they spend it on themselves. We're not saying that there are kickbacks involved. No, we wouldn't say that. But how about international NGOs? Government funding is given to non-government organizations in Upper Absurdistan or Lower Revolta, and then the big man there kicks that money back to the politicians that gave it to him. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. So happy trails to you until we meet again.